we had, we've got recording in progress, got that. That we had 20 signed up for this, which is awesome. And some of you are on now, and we hope that others will join us as their time permits. What I want to do first is introduce myself and then have you introduce yourselves, particularly so that we know which clubs are represented and who's on the call with us, as this is intended to be a discussion. And we have a half-hour format, so we're not wasting too much of our time to start in that way. My name is Scott Shore. I'm on the Public Image Committee. I'm also past district governor of our illustrious District 6420, and I'm a member of Putnam County Rotary. And Tina Curtis and I are chairing this event. Tina is having tech problems getting on, but she's going to at least be able to call in, and she'll pick up where we need her most. So that's my introduction. I've introduced Melissa. She's working on the tech issues with Tina. Melissa McCormick is presently our chair of the Public Image Committee for the district and is our district governor-elect. So we're excited to have her as part of this presentation, and she's been great leadership for our committee as well. We also have Dave Bills, and Dave is our past district governor, and from what club?
I'm from the River Cities Club, and I'm a member of the district membership committee.
And that ties into what we're going to be doing and talking about today. So good. And Stan, can you introduce yourself? You're on mute. Stan, if you can unmute, we'll hear from you. Meanwhile, Kathy, can you unmute?
Hi, Kathy Groenhagen with Oregon, the Rotary Club of Oregon, president-elect.
Great, thanks. And Garrett?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Garrett Piazzi, and I'm the president-elect of the Toluca Rotary Club.
All right. Down our way. Nice. And let's see. I have, oh, Stan's getting tech support to get off of mute. You might have to hit the screen or something if it's a touch screen, and then you'll see a icon for the microphone that you can hit. If not, you're on your own. I think somebody once told me that you can hit the space bar too on some units. So next, who is Joliger? Sorry.
That would be John Oliger.
Oh,
From
okay.
From the Rock Island Rotary Club. And I am a president nominee and committee chair of the membership club.
Excellent. Thank you. And Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim Geit, and I am with the Pecatonica Rotary as their president-elect.
Nice. Kelly's next.
Good afternoon. I'm Kelly Doty. I'm a member of the River Cities Rotary Club, treasurer, and I'm also the district membership chair.
And that's where we need you most right now. And Dana.
Hi, I'm Dana McCoy. I'm a member of the Sterling Noon Rotary Club. I am our youth exchange officer, and I'm also the polio district chair.
Thanks. And Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Brenda's not muted, so we just can't hear her. And John Hurley. Or
Hi, guys. John Hurley,
even before
DTE.
Melissa, our
and,
district governor elect. And what club?
Loves Park. Loves Park Rotary, just a suburb of Rockford, if you're not familiar with the area.
Right. And Medhav is on.
I am on.
Oh, it's. Hello,
Hi.
it's not Madhav, that's my husband's name. I'm Uma Srivastava, and I'm Rockford Rotary Downtown member.
Very good, thank you. Hey, we have got a lot of clubs represented. This is awesome. I think, let's see. We didn't hear from Rhonda yet. If you're able to get on, Rhonda, what club do you represent?
She's Rockton Roscoe.
Oh, she is,
She's
okay.
in my club. Yep. If I don't know if she can hear us or not. And
right.
Tina has joined us by telephone.
Good.
I
She's
have.
the 847. Hi, Tina.
I am.
Tina, what?
Hi, thank
club
you for your patience.
What club are you with?
I'm with the Rotary Club of Walnut.
All right. And I've already introduced you otherwise, so that's good. And Mike Foreman is on. And can you unmute and let us know what club you're with?
Sure. I'm with Rockford downtown.
Great.
I don't know how to get back where we were.
Is there anybody that I've missed? Some might have come on since I started looking for who's on.
Thank you.
Did we get Stan?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, thank goodness. Technology and I are like water. We just don't do very well. Stan Wolf, Illinois Valley Central Treasurer.
Great, thank you. Look at that. He's got tickets for sale in his pocket as we speak. I have tickets on the counter here also if anybody wants to trade. Our goal today is to talk about service partnerships that we have within our clubs and potential service partnerships that we can create within our clubs and how we can parlay those for purposes of not only public image, but also for membership. And so we're going to start with Tina, if you want to lead the charge and just give me one such partnership that Walnut has.
Thank you. Our biggest partnership has to do with our local newspaper, The Leader. We have a great partnership with them. They cover all of our events. We put ads in for all of our events. And they've been a great partner for us. And I don't think enough clubs partner with their local media.
Good. Let's talk about maybe Kathy in Oregon. Are there organizations in Oregon that your club joins in service with?
Yes, we work with two community nonprofit organizations, Serenity Hospice and Home and the Village of Progress. And we have one of our largest fundraisers of the year is held with those two organizations.
Good. And you do service projects with them as well?
Yes, yes, we do.
And the money's for the benefit of the organizations and other things you do. Good.
Yes, and then each
yeah.
year our district grant project partners with another nonprofit or community service organization. So
very good. And what about in Toluca, Garrett? Are there organizations in Toluca that you partner with?
Sure, I would say we share a lot of a lot of our members have very good relationships with our school district. Our superintendent is a member, and I'm glad he's able to join us regularly. We have one current teacher's aide that comes to our meetings regularly, and 3 retired teachers
Wow.
that just retired in the past couple years. So if there's ever a need there, we're certainly, feel obligated, but very grateful and very glad to help out with any of our schools in our consolidated district.
And you've got an active Interact Club at Fieldcrest.
Yes, absolutely. At our high school. Yep.
That's part of that partnership. That's awesome. What about in Rock Island, John?
Well, we partner with a couple of schools also. We have a very active Interact Club at one of our grade schools, and we've kind of adopted another local grade school that we do a number of different programs with. We do birthday books and Pumpkin Palooza in the fall, and make the most of those.
And Kelly and River Cities?
I would say one of our strong partnerships is with our Interact Club. They're very active, and in fact, we just had them at our meeting 2 weeks ago to give their service presentations, as well as when they do different service projects or fundraisers. We try and help give them a boost. Otherwise, like in regards to media, sadly, we lost our local newspaper a few years ago, so we don't really have much contact to be able to do with publicity and stuff like that.
I'm gonna have time for a couple more here. What about in Rockford? Mike?
Yeah, we
Are there
have,
service organizations?
yeah, we have a few. We do a lot with the school district. In fact, there's a Rockford Rotary Foundation that sponsors a group that for leadership for 8th graders. We just had a dinner Monday for about 300 people that were involved in that. We also had a speaker from the White Sox come today. Although that's we're a little bit involved with the local sports teams. Sometimes the media comes for some of our speakers, and so mostly though the big ones are the school district and the Y.
Good. And the Y.
Yeah.
The YMCA.
Yep.
And there are so many organizations within our communities that we serve and that we join in serving others. Food pantries, the YMCA, youth services, the schools, Interact clubs, if we have Interact clubs, or early act, like Jordan Elementary we were talking about, and Rotaract, if we have Rotaract in the area. So there are a lot of organizations, some of them Rotary related, but most of them not. The community service organizations, the Better Business Bureau, if you have that, or Chamber of Commerce, economic development organization that's within our community. So the purpose of our getting some of you to share some of those organizations that we partner with or could partner with is to start us thinking about the process by which we actually use for our benefit, for Rotary's benefit, that those liaisons that we have either naturally created or might develop. In other words, where can we go with that? We know we can go to service. We can serve the people in our community by partnering with these organizations. But what about taking it to the next 2 steps, not just the next step, but the next 2 steps? And the first of those, pertinent to the public image aspect of this, is to broadcast the fact that we are partnered with them, to use that for their benefit and for ours, to say, hey, we're doing this together. We're sharing the service project, and we're sharing in the delivery of service to others. By putting our logo and the YMCA's logo in the same ad or in the same media coverage, benefits both organizations and widens our scope by finding partners that we're not partnering with now. We might be able to even expand further on that. For instance, local libraries. And as I said before, food pantries, as we're all pretty well involved with food drives and things like that throughout our clubs. And the Interact clubs, where we do have Interact clubs, also don't realize it, but they're partnering as well with other organizations with whom they are serving. So we can use that to their advantage and to ours by allowing them to use our good brand name, Rotary, and by participating in joint media with them. And that's a way to get the word out about Rotary and what we do and how we can benefit others, not only in our own right, but by helping others, help others. The second aspect of all this, the second step is membership. We don't think about these partnerships maybe as creating membership. Sometimes they happen automatically, but they most certainly can. And Toluca is a good example. If you've got a teacher's aide, paraprofessional, participating in Rotary, just as you're participating in projects with the schools, that's a way to bring somebody in from a partnership organization. I can give an example from Putnam County. We partner with the Putnam County Libraries. It's a library district with, even in this small county of 6,000 people, we have 6 libraries. And we have partnered with them, and they are now sponsoring, as a library, one member of Putnam County Rotary. And in return, we do projects with them. Or not in return, but it's kind of a quid pro quo. But it comes naturally because their member is now on our board. And when we think about doing a project within the community, we think about those projects included that we can work on together. We did polio together. We did polio awareness at all of the libraries and distributed balloons and information, things like that. We've done a Rotary Read in the Park and things like that. So that's an example. Another example is with the Chamber of Commerce. I don't know if I can do it by show of hands, but many of our clubs are in larger communities where there is either a Chamber of Commerce or economic development or business association of some kind. And we can think about partnering with those organizations and going to them and saying, hey, are you doing anything, or would we be able to do a project together? Some of you are already doing that, but we can also expand our membership horizons by including representatives of their organization in our club, and offering a member of our organization, of our Rotary Club, to belong to their organization as well. All of these partnering organizations that we're talking about are always soliciting for more members in their organization, just as we are in our organization. So let's switch. Let's offer them members, and those individuals, perhaps, and if you have an attendance requirement, would be getting attendance credit for participating in the other organization as well as in their own Rotary Club. And vice versa, we would be inviting more members into our club as representatives of these other organizations, and that would foster more partnership projects. Tina, can you expand on that a little bit?
Tina dropped off, but she sent me a text.
Okay.
They're having a storm in her area, so she lost connection.
Oh,
She says, in regards to reaching out, perhaps banks also might be a good industry or a good organizations to reach out to partner with. That kind of has seemed to have, she says, which seem to have dropped off since COVID. So So I don't know if she means banks as in financial institution or if she means food banks.
Yeah, but banks, I think she's talking about actual banks.
Okay.
We have banks in our communities, and we could certainly partner with the bank, and the bank would like to have that public relations on their side of participating in a project. So we could come up with a project that might include the bank, and in the process, invite the bank to have a representative if they don't already have a representative in our Rotary Club. I was going to ask if Dana, in your experience, is the hospital a potential partner?
Yes,
CGH?
I believe so. Mhm.
And when you are at Rotary, you're sort of representing the hospital also.
Absolutely, yes.
Do the two participate in projects together?
You Yes,
think-
we actually have partnered with all our area clubs too. We've become good partners with each other on fundraisers and hospital beds, and we purchased through a district grant hospice beds for our hospice house a couple years ago too. So
So from anyone that's on, can you think of any other examples where you have shared members or invited members from a partnering organization?
John, you're on mute.
I don't recall if municipalities were mentioned, the city of, the village of, but we've had pretty good luck with partnering with the city of Loves Park, particularly upcoming with our pollinator project. We're going to put a pollinator plot on the grounds of City Hall, and the village, the city, is going to help maintain it and water it. And so I know over the years, what?
You're actually meeting at the city headquarters, right?
And that's where the home club meets. The satellite club meets elsewhere, but that's another partnership. I guess Loves Park kind of has an internal partnership, Scott, because we have a satellite club, the Legacy Club and the Satellite Club do a lot of things together, and more as time goes on. And so it's kind of an internal partnership, and it's working quite well.
So with the village, or with the city, excuse me, of Loves Park, do members, is the mayor a member, or is our representative?
The mayor, last several mayors, and they don't change often. The last several mayors were honorary members. Some are more active as honorary members than others, but yes, the mayor is an honorary member. The school superintendent is an honorary member. So yeah, that works well.
I think you've touched on an interesting aspect, and that is to bring representatives in from the partnering organizations as honorary members. Another thing that we do in all our club, and many of our clubs anyway, is we honor leaders within our communities, service above self leaders and such. And I've thought about this even with district conference, so you can think about this in the future for Melissa and Tina and John being on. But we bring speakers onto the platform, and we bring them, we greet them, we wine them and dine them, sort of. And we most certainly honor them. And we forget to invite them as members. And so when you're having a speaker at a club meeting, it's good to invite them more. If they're an honored speaker, we don't give out degrees like the colleges do, and there's a speaker at the college, but we can give out an honorary membership for a year and invite them and say, and if you're interested during this year to become a full member, we invite you to do so. Takes all the pressure off, because we're inviting them as an honorary member for the time being. No pressure to join, but an opportunity to join. And so let's not miss the speaking engagement opportunities that we have to also think about that. And obviously that's part of public image as well, because we're publicizing ourselves as having hosted these amazingly interesting and beneficial individuals within our communities. And anytime that we can tie our name to somebody doing great things, we benefit both. And so it's instead of just giving a speaker pen, give a pin. Voluntary association. And they might feel as honored as we would feel honored by something like that. So that's good. Are there is there anybody else out there with maybe an example from your own club where you've invited somebody that you had partnered with, or where you have shared a member of your club with another board? In Putnam County, we also have a board representative, the Tri-County Opportunities Council, which serves about 7 of our counties here in West Central Illinois. It says Tri-County, but it's 7 counties, I think. They asked for members. They came to Rotary and said, hey, can you think of anybody that might want to be a member of Rotary, of their board of Tri-County Opportunities Council? And we said, well, we'd be glad to offer that out and have somebody from our club serve as a liaison to your club, your organization. And we've partnered with them on scholarships and other things since. And we do, our member is 100% attendance at our club and their organization. So it's an example. Any other examples that we can think of? We've talked about municipalities. We've talked about businesses and banks. We've talked about institutions such as the hospitals. And we've talked about partnering with the schools and the YMCA, Chambers of Commerce.
One other thought, Scott. In the I mentioned earlier the satellite club for Loves Park, which is Rotary 815. We have a member there, full-fledged dues-paying member of Rotary in the satellite club, who's also a full-fledged dues-paying member of a local Kiwanis club. And it has worked out really well. For instance, one of the 815 fundraising events is Stroll on State, which is a Thanksgiving time pre-Christmas festival in Rockford. And one of the fundraising projects for 815 is to sell hot chocolate. And usually it's cold, so hot chocolate goes over very well. My point is that with this Kiwanis / Rotarian member of the Kiwanis and Rotary, he is one of the sponsors of a local Key Club in a high school. And the Key Clubbers come and help boots on the ground labor of the hot chocolate. So it's just amazing. If you find people that have a heart for service and like doing boots on the ground kind of service, you need to keep an open mind about what other affiliations they might have. Some people might say, well, why would we want a Kiwani in our Rotary Club? Believe me, it worked well. It is working well.
That's a really good example. Another service, I hadn't thought of that at all, but another service organization.
Yep, another service organization.
We've got Knights of Columbus. What other service organization? Anybody that's on the call, name some service organizations that are in your area besides your own.
The Lions. We have Lions organization in town. And I know, I think Rockton has a very active Lions. Don't, Melissa,
Yes, they
don't they
do.
put on the festival?
Yeah, they
in
do 2
Rockton?
festivals. Mhm.
Yeah,
The only 2 festivals.
yeah.
Dan, I saw you for a second. Anything going on in, would you say in Spring Valley or in Peru area that would involve other service organizations?
Nothing you really haven't touched on. I mean, we have a Grow Spring Valley where we could get maybe some membership there, but we reach out to the chamber also, the city officials. St. Margaret's while it was here. Now we're trying to work with the OFS. That pretty much covers it.
One other category of organizations that I would like to touch on before we close up shop today would be ethnic organizations. Because just take, for instance, Spring Valley, you've got a very active Hispanic business associate or business presence there anyway. I don't know if they're associated, but in some communities, you might find ethnic organizations that are trying to branch out, trying to be known, trying to get a foothold within the community. And we can offer that, but we have a private motive in including them because we want to be more inclusive as well. And by partnering in whatever endeavors they might be doing, whether it's service or business development, we can better both communities. Are there any examples of that out there that anybody has ever seen? We have the purpose of this half hour was to expand our thinking, not to solve anything, not to create anything, but to expand how we think about the other organizations within our communities, how we can benefit them by participating in their endeavors, and how they can benefit us by participating in ours. And in doing so, we build public image and membership opportunities that we didn't have otherwise. So I hope that we've met the goal of opening our minds to those possibilities. And thank you all for participating. Melissa, you get to finish us off.
All right. Well, I would like to thank everyone very much for joining us. And Scott, thank you so much for hosting and being our MC and navigating the whole thing. I think Tina was bummed out that she couldn't make it as well. So we will definitely work on that for next time for sure. So she'll be missed. And I just want to wish everybody an absolutely wonderful Thursday night.
Melissa?
Yes,
I
John.
see this has been recorded.
Yes, this has been recorded. It will be uploaded to the public image page of the district website tomorrow.
Okay, so we can let people who might want to hear this in our home clubs, how to access that.
Yes, I'll send an email out to all the members.
Thank you.
And we also are very receptive in the membership and public image committees to possible topics for future webinars like this. So if you have any thoughts, email us.
Please. Awesome. Very
Thank
good.
Great.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate
Thank
it. Great job. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.